and 3 men are deciding the fate of the whole human family? Secret deals, trade-offs, negotiations, treaties, 3, and they were called the Big 3. The next meeting was in Potsdam, a suburb of Berlin. On the way, Truman found out about the Trinity test July 16, 1945. He had the atomic bomb in his back pocket and he began to kick Stalin around. Right there in Potsdam, July 1945. And what happened next? The willingness to burn the entire population of 2 vast cities to death. That's where the terrorizing fear that's descended on the earth began. Potsdam. And then Churchill came to Missouri and gave the Iron Curtain speech the next year. It was irreversible. Well, I mention it because, of course, we're in the depths of a new Cold War. And it's manufactured, it's created, it's intentional. The military needs it, the corporations need it. I don't want any of you to be distracted. The Mueller report, whistleblowers, impeachment, all of this window dressing, all this dust they're throwing in our eyes. It's nuclear weapons. That's the only issue before us. And it's not the Russians. It's here. As Sister Denise said, it's our responsibility. Mind control. I experienced maybe for the first time how deeply I was a victim of mind control my whole life. I would say Hiroshima, and they would say, what about Pearl Harbor? I would say Trident, and they'd say, what about the Russians? Mind control. How deeply Russia and the use of Russia to silence us, to neutralize the peace movement. The last point, you try to tell them about the Kennedy assassination. They say, I don't believe much in conspiracy theories. Just reflect on how much we are victims of mind control. And we are this is probably the biggest mind control operation going on right now. Mueller, whistleblower, etc., etc. While they are plundering the public treasury, plundering the earth, expanding and encircling Russia, they are not threatening us. We are threatening them in every conceivable way. The last point is, what's the purpose of NATO? We need to understand clearly, because they talk about the international world order, NATO, so forth. The United States is in command of NATO. It is only an adjunct. So when we invaded and destroyed Afghanistan, there were 45 nations that were part of that invasion and destruction. And what is the purpose of NATO? It's to expand the British-American Empire. Remember this one. In everything that happens in the world, it's English-speaking, white, British, American superiority and dominance. Oh, you let the Italians in a little bit. They can have a peace, but they don't count. Or the Japanese. It's British-American dominance. And the overall strategy is, and this is from the Supreme Commander of NATO a few years, he's quoted as saying this, the purpose of NATO: keep Germany down, the United States up, and Russia out. They want to completely prevent, Hank, exactly what is necessary, what must happen, the friendship between Germany and Russia, between America and Russia, the friendship that is longing to happen, that the hearts of the people are filled with, to embrace one another, to share the incredible architecture, art, music, culture, warmth, and love of the people of Russia. So from Russia, a heart full of love to every one of you.